Hello everyone, thank you for joining. This webinar would be a demonstration of Ascribe, our premium tool that utilizes Axor Speech. Axor Speech is our transcripting tool that we have included in Axor and made available to everybody using freemium software. And I will start by sharing my screen. And by the way, I am joined here by Katie Scott, who handles operations at Axor, and I am the VP of product. I'm going to share my screen. So we started Ascribe as a transcripting tool for Premiere. And when you sign up, you will get 1 hour free of transcription. So once you have downloaded and installed the panel, you will be able to find it in your extension within Premiere. And here I have the Ascribe panel. It will ask me to enter a token. The way that you will generate a token will be to go to our website, axorsupport.com. You can also click on the link here to go to this website. It will bring you to axorsupport.com here, as you can see in my browser. Now, I have already an account, but what you will want to do is enter your name, email address, and a password, and you can register once you accept the terms of service. As soon as you register and validated your email address, you will have access to 60 minutes. In this case, I have 41 minutes, but by default will be 60 minutes. And you will see just below it, you will be able to create an API token. We have different tiers that will allow you to either add blocks of minutes to your account, or you can also subscribe to different monthly fees that will add automatically 150 minutes all the way to 4,800 minutes. And these minutes are rollover, they never expire. So I'm going back again to the home screen here, and I'm going to generate a API token. You can give it any name that you want. One thing to note is you will never see this token again. So you can create as many as you need. You can create one for everybody. But I would just call it Ascribe Webinar here. And here is my token. This is the only time I am going to see it. So before I close the window, I'm going to make sure that the copy has walked into my clipboard. I'm jumping back into Premiere, and I'm going to paste here the token. And I'm going to validate the token. And here I am. And I will take this demo clip called Demo Pulse here. It's about 1 minute video. And you will see that once I selected the clip, I have now the option to transcribe, and I can choose the language as to which I want to get my transcript. You will also see underneath how many minutes you have left. If you need to get more minutes, you can do so by clicking here. You can mark in and mark out to get only segments of what you need for the clips. If you do not select in and out points, you will have zero. If you do not select in and out point, it will transcribe the whole clip. I'm going to hit the transcribe. First thing we do is we are going to generate in the background in Media Encoder a ASC file. And once it is done, we are going to send it to our engine to be transcribed. And here we go. You have now for this small segment the transcription that has appeared. I can click to edit the transcript. You notice that we save the transcript as a marker. So if I send along this file to somebody else, the markers are going to remain. Or if I do include the XMP metadata file created by Premiere, I will still have the markers associated to it. So the transcript will follow. And once once it is done and I have successfully editing everything, I can then export an SRT file. which will allow me to then bring back into Premiere as a caption tool. So I hit Export SRT, and I'm going to my desktop, and I'm going to just save it here. I'm going to add this in and out point segment right here. Now you will notice that I have the marker that come across, but what I will want to do is bring the SRT file to add the captioning. So going back to file, it is right here. I will be able to import my SRT, and I will be able to add it to my project. And here now you see that we have the caption. So this is how, from Premiere, using Ascribe, you will be able to get the transcript, save it, and once edited, bring it back as captioning. Now, this has been already quite popular, but we had multiple requests as to users who do not have Premiere Pro. So we have developed an app associated to also Ascribe, and it is available on both Mac and Windows. The first time I will launch this app, this is what I will see. So on the left side, you have access to the file that have been processed and its history. And on the right side, you will have the transcript. The first thing to do will be, again, to register and go toward register and create an account again. I am going to copy again this token and apply it to Ascribe. You will see that we have now a window asking us to paste the token. If you do not find this window, you can click on this little avatar here to basically bring over the menu. And now I am logged in. Different settings that you can have. So how many minutes are left? I obviously processed 1 minute earlier. I can reset the token. I can change between dark and light theme. Choose the default language that we are processing the video. Or of course, if I need more minutes, I will include more minutes. And now I will take the exact same file and bring it over. Just to show you, earlier I processed a whole webinar recording here. And this is the video player where you can change the playback speed at which you play, so you can easily edit the files. And for that matter, each time I press enter, I will jump to the next field. So I do never need to leave my hands need to leave the keyboard in order to edit it. I can also bring in the closed captioning to play. How do I get to this point? Well, the first thing you see is that I can drag one or multiple files, or I can hit the choose button. So I'm going to take this exact same file here that we have processed and bring it over to my queue. And here I have the queue. I will be able to choose the language. Again, the default is set. If you have another language, you can set the default here. And now I'm going to hit transcribe. Now from here, we do not have the option to choose in and out point. This video has been already transcribed in the past, so we are going to retranscribe it. And there we go. Once again, I have created an audio file in the AAC format that we are sending to the Axel Speech server in the cloud, and we are transcribing. And whenever the transcript is done, it will appear on the, it will appear on the right side here, where I will be able to again play and edit at different playback speed. And whenever I am ready, I will be able to push, to export into different formats. It can be SRT again for Premiere Pro. It can be iTunes transcript for Final Cut Pro 10. And here I have ready. Here's a transcript. So it already existed and remained here. Here's my transcript. You will see again on the right side everything. And for example, it is at the RNC convention. So we are going to update this moment here. So you see the update process, different playback speed, closed captioning, and export. And what I'm going to do is just create a Final Cut Pro 10 format, and I will save it as Pulse. This is the name of the file. And you will see now that I have my Pulse files here. So let's actually launch Final Cut Pro. I showed you how to bring caption into Premiere, so we are going to do the same thing into Final Cut Pro. We are going to take a new event for today. I am going to create a new project. And I'm going to bring over the demo Pulse file that I've been working with. We're going to keep the setting as is. And now I will be able to import captions. And as you can see now, I have everything already here as a caption. And this was a brief overview of Ascribe. And we are happy to take some questions now.
Thanks, Patrice. It looks like we've just got a couple questions. Can multiple users share one API token?
Absolutely, yes. As you have seen, I have used the same token for both the Ascribe Premiere panel and the Ascribe app, and they can be shared across multiple machines. It is not dependent. And the worst case scenario again, if I were to go back here, close, and I could not find the token, I can create as many tokens as I need associated to this account. Very good question, thank you.
Thanks, and it looks like we've got one more. How long does it take to transcribe a file?
Very good question. The restriction will be your internet speed. It was a little bit slow on my end because I was sharing the file, my screen. But the reality is when the Axel speech server receives the file, while it is receiving it from the upload, we are already starting to process. So you're really limited to your upload speed in a way. And with a 10 megabyte upload speed, I was able to process in about 10 minutes a 90-minute long interview. And I got the transcript. In fact, my wife is using Ascribe to produce minutes for all the Zoom meetings that they currently have. So there is unfortunately quite a few edits to do because AI is not always perfect, but that has been proven helpful for her company. I see another question. So what about speaker detection? That is a very good question because this is something we did not have seen here. And unfortunately, we do not have yet the capability to do speaker detection. And this is something we are actively working on. And it has its different set of challenges. You may not know this, but it's actually a visual API to a computer to determine what is being said. And what I mean is it's actually processing waveforms. And this is why you will get a word appear based on the waveform that the AI engine knows for said word. With my strong accent, I will reduce a little bit the accuracy because my waveform will be distorted due to my accent. So how do you utilize this then to actually determine which speaker is which? So you need to have a second set of neural engine in a way in your AI model that will be able to determine the tone and voice recognition, female versus male, accent versus not accent, you know, how high the voice goes and how low does it go in order to determine who says what. And it is a challenge that a lot of people are trying to solve, but I so far have not seen a lot of greatly successful process, at least in what was available to the end user. Maybe Watson and others may have better results, but this is a whole different set of challenges that you have. First, you have to know what is being said, and second, you have to analyze the voice, and that brings another set of challenges, which we are actively investigating. Yes, so another question about the accuracy. That's a very good question. There are multiple factors, as I described about the waveform, there are multiple factors that will affect accuracy. Most importantly, how well is the audio? If you record from afar somebody with that, you will have a faint voice coming from a microphone and a speaker that is very far, the accuracy will not be as good as, say, this person here who is holding the microphone next to his mouth. So that's one aspect. What is the audio quality? What is the mic setting? Is it a phone call? There are different things that, on Zoom, for example, when you have people on the phone versus voice over IP on the internet, the quality would be altered. So they would be different things. So that's one aspect. The second aspect is background noise. If you have a jackhammer in the background, it is definitely going to distort as well the waveform that is being analyzed. So if you're in a quiet setting, relatively quiet setting, and well mic'd, you can expect an accuracy level of about 95%, where names and jargons will be really the only thing that would require more attention. If you are in a not so good environment, or if you, like me, have a strong accent that I have even a hard time talking to Siri on my iPhone, because they face the same challenges that Siri works with forms to analyze, then the accuracy will probably drop to about between 75 and 80%. So this is the accuracy level. And this is something we strive to improve, especially going to other languages, which the accuracy may not be as good as the English one, but we are working on improving the accuracy level. So far, we have very good questions, so thank you for that. So any other question? Oh, the cost. Yes, sorry about that. Let's go back to the cost here. So I'm jumping back here. So you will see that you can get 10 hours for roughly $19, which means that the cost for processing AI with getting transcript from Axel Speech or Scribe would be less than $2 per hour of footage analyzed. It is not how much you use, it's how much of footage is being analyzed. So even if it takes you 10 hours to process a 30-minute clip, it will be 30 minutes deducted. And for the subscriptions, again, it goes from $5 a month to 120, where you have X number of minutes. And you will see that it goes from $1.50 per hour of footage analyzed, and they are rollover, and the minutes never expire. Hopefully I answered your question on that. Let's see, do we have any other questions? So briefly, I don't see any other questions. So briefly, this engine has been stemmed from Axel Speech, which is a product of Axel AI. And what is Axel is a tool that will allow you to basically index your media and find them easily. And it is not cloud, really. It is all on-premise. And what we can do when I log in and access all my files and I have the preview, and you will see that if I take this clip right here, you will see Axel Speech with the whole transcript where I can, again, edit and I can export to the flavor that I need. But what I can do from Axel is search across a wide variety of fields. I can tag my media. So let me cancel here. I can tag my media with different user fields that I have created. It can be date, it can be checkbox, text, drop-down menu. So you can create a wide variety of fields and use AI to also add more information, such as facial recognition, transcript, what is being said. And this is a tool that will allow you to find your media quickly. This is meant to be on-premise, but because it is on the web browser, we have implemented reverse proxying, which will allow you to access a system from anywhere without exposing your computer to the internet, without exposing your storage to the internet as well. What happens is we create a secure pipe between a cloud server and your server, and we serve the information, and that's it. And the experience will be extremely similar, where we'll have access to a browser interface where I can see the preview, I can tag, and I can, of course, transcribe and do everything I need. And that was a brief overview of Axel, which provides Axel speech for ascribe. And we have roughly 8 minutes left. So if we do not have any other questions, happy to give back the minutes to everybody. I don't see any more questions. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining. And feel free to reach out if you do have any questions. Our email is our first name at axle.ai. So to reach Katie, it will be Katie, K-A-T-Y @axle.ai. And myself, Patrice, will be P-A-T-R-I-C-E @axle.ai. And thank you very much for watching and joining, and looking forward to hearing from you all. Thank you.